It's actually
It's
really
terrifying.
scary.
Yeah.
I don't like from where we started to where we are now. It's scary enough, but what's ahead is just terrifying
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you never know what's. This is a pretty serious episode, huh?
Yeah.
No,
Let's
stop!
sniff.
Oh, there's a smell.
Right here, as you can see, is my grandmother's mother's complete denture. With all due respect to everyone that thinks that it's gonna be fun and whatever, and like after we graduate, it's gonna be easy and the way is gonna be like straight and everything is gonna be like sunshine and rainbows. It's not. Good evening and welcome to episode 5 of the BS Talks podcast with me, Dr. Basiso and Dr. Shahir Khan. Today's episode title is called Exam Season Recap.
Yes.
It's been a rough 3 to 4 weeks. Exams left, right and center, midterms, stressful times,
Very.
schedule gets modified due to
Yeah.
these exams,
Yeah.
and lack of sleep,
Very
lack
much.
of gym,
Yeah.
and it's been a hassle. So we're gonna recap on that.
Talk about it. The whole university had exams, so I think everyone can relate with this episode.
Yeah, that is true. It's midterm season in every single university. So
Yeah.
I'm in the UAE at least, I think. So everyone is like suffering like we are, you know.
Definitely. Yeah.
We had 6 exams.
6?
Yeah.
It felt like a lot. No, more than 6.
I wrote them down. Oral medicine,
Oral medicine.
perio,
Yes.
digital,
Okay.
pediatrics, dental practice management,
Yes.
and community
Community.
dentistry.
Not missing any? Wow.
And then CCD, the presentation.
Yeah.
at the end
That's
of the
gonna come
semester.
after. Yeah.
Which one of those 6 was the hardest?
That's a good question. For me,
Yeah, for you. And
which one did I do the worst on, or which one was the hardest?
no, just for now the hardest. And tell them a bit more about that course.
I know your answer. Because you wouldn't stop talking about it for the next few days after. I would say for me, the hardest exam would have to be digital.
Digital
I would say
dentistry.
digital dentistry, yeah.
What is digital dentistry?
Digital dentistry is...
If you remember, at least.
Of course, yeah.
We had the exam.
It's, we have different doctors for every lecture that they give us, but it's about introducing softwares and equipment and technology into everyday dentistry life for making dentures, using them in root
Shifting
canals.
from the conventional method to the more like computerized.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. For me,
Community.
you can guess community dentistry. The course that I expected the least to be this difficult.
Yeah.
It's basically... I generally don't understand this course.
Yeah,
like, for me, and if I don't understand something, I can't apply the knowledge. This course for me is like...
They're not giving us lectures for it or anything, so no one... did you even open a PowerPoint?
I did. I tried studying it, but it just like...
I didn't open anything,
I don't understand.
You know? I know.
Yeah, it's basically about like how do you apply dentistry into the community? Maybe?
Yeah, community, yeah.
I guess that's all I understood from this course, and hopefully there isn't another one next semester. I really hope so. How do you prepare for an exam?
Okay. Me, I feel like I can relate to a lot of people because my sister's also like this.
Yeah.
I'm very forgetful. Anything I study today, I'm forgetting tomorrow. Basically, it's all gone. No matter how much I review it, none of that. Like, I don't remember anything from the exam season. It's all gone. I sit down one day before, make sure I have nothing going on, and I flip my schedule completely so I'm staying up all night.
Yeah.
And I just grind it out from the first lecture until the last. And then I do questions for them and everything. While I'm still awake, I go give the exam, come back, sleep. When I wake up, everything is gone.
Everything is gone.
And I'm happy, I'm peaceful. I'm like, yes, that went well.
My exam prep is quite simple.
Okay.
We have lectures we need to read and memorize.
Yeah.
So what I do is I read every single lecture.
Okay.
And then once I'm done reading and highlighting what I think is important,
Yeah.
I start memorizing.
Okay.
And then applying my understanding to that. And
Yeah.
then when you understand something from me, I memorize it. It's easy for me to recall.
Fair.
And but depending on the time, usually what I like to do is finish everything at least a day before the exam, so I have a day vacancy to revise and
Do all that. Yeah.
yeah, like to practice some questions and that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's like a little bit too hard for me to manage the time.
Fair. Yeah.
Have you noticed what's inside the hand?
I do know what's inside the hand.
Yeah, and I think it looks like a mystery box for you guys.
You have to open it and show.
Yeah, but before we do, I think it is recommended.
Can
God knows, like, what happens if we touch what's inside.
Thank you. I've never held it, so I'm pretty excited.
Yeah. We need gloves for this because I genuinely don't know, like, what's really on this thing. Should have brought dental gloves.
Oh,
Yeah.
these are gloves from my kitchen. I use these for like dishes.
Anything to cover our hands
Yeah.
at this point.
I use these for do you wear gloves when you do dishes?
No, there's the rubber ones though.
Yeah, I have the rubber ones and these. I hate doing dishes. I think it's gross.
It
so,
is.
yeah.
It is very gross.
Okay.
Okay. Do the honors.
Me? Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay, this is your item though.
Yeah, my
But I
item.
would love to do the honors. I will open it. Yeah. Crazy. Why don't you explain what it is while I'm opening it?
Okay, so I'll take one. This is...
Oh, wait, there's a smell.
Is it?
There is a smell.
Give
No,
it-
no,
give
no,
it a
stop.
sniff.
Oh, there's a smell.
Right here, as you can see, is my grandmother's mother's complete denture. Like, this is an antique, I don't know, is this a dental antique maybe? As you can see, like this, we can see the physical means of retention. There's a rubber suction cup. That's how you know how old it is. Like, now there is implant-based dentures, but now this is like the oldest. But it's good quality material, if being honest. And I really don't know how this ended up in my house. My mom was like, she went back home to Syria, and then she was like, "Oh, I found you something. You should keep it."
You should.
And I mean, you should.
Stop. Get it away from my face.
You don't want to try it on?
No, I'm totally good.
Let's
Why is
see.
there a smell? There's a smell.
This is over 70 years old,
Yeah.
My grandmother right now is 70 something maybe.
Yeah.
And this is for her mother, so that we're easily talking over like half a century. But look at this quality, man.
The quality is good. I can't lie. It's
Like,
really good.
Look at the biting. Look at the occlusion. Look, guys, it's really nice. But the smell is not. Really
Look,
nice.
I'm not sure, but I think even because she was, I guess, old when she got this, they even made the shade like a different color. It looks like it's like A3,
Yeah.
It matches the shade of like an elder person. I think that's really cool.
Now we close it, so
Yeah, that's the item. That's
back into
very
the hand
nice.
where we never open it again.
Inshallah.
Okay, dispose of these gloves.
Incinerate them.
Incinerate them is a good shout. I will be back.
Okay.
Okay, that was a nice flashback. Take a sip of coffee and continue.
Yes.
To forget about the smell, give the coffee a sniff.
So.
Okay, back to work. Let's go. How do you get into the zone while you're doing an exam? You sit into the exam center, whether you're doing it on a paper, you're doing it on a computer. I want to focus. I want to get into the zone. Okay, let's get to work. Let's solve this exam.
Okay. I want to talk about this a little bit.
Go ahead.
Back through like second year, third year, I wasn't as I wasn't taking as much of an initiative to try as I am now. Okay, so back then I was more like get in the exam, pick whatever I pick, submit it. Because if I read it again, I'm gonna second guess myself and I'm gonna think things are wrong, which are right. Forget about it, and it's not the right way. So I was like, let's just do it, finish it, get it out of the way, done. Bad, very bad. My grades bad. Everything was bad. Okay. From last semester or the semester before, I started doing something totally different where I would sit down. I would not listen to what's happening outside because as soon as people start getting up and leaving, I'm like, why am I not done? You know? And that's messes
actually
me up.
psychologically.
Yeah, it messes me up a lot. So now when I sit down, I think I have to go through the questions at least 3 times, at least. So I'll read, there's 30 questions. go through them once and answer whatever I can. Whatever I cannot, flag it. Second time, I go through it all over again and I make sure, hey, this makes sense, that makes sense. And I go through the flagged, answer whatever I can, go through it a third time. No matter what, no matter who's getting up and leaving, no matter this or that, I make sure I go through all of it 3 times and I make sure that, hey, I'm reading this question properly, fully. Because there's some dumb questions where you just missed like one small part which gives you the answer.
100%.
Yeah, so that's what I do. What about you? How do you get in the zone?
First of all, before every exam, I have to make dua.
Yeah, for sure. Okay,
You be like,
obviously, yeah.
Bismillah, and then you go in, right? You go into the exam. So what's the most important thing for me is if a question shocks me, skip it immediately.
Okay.
Because the stress of you not knowing that answer is going to make you forget what you actually know. Does that make sense? Like, let's say you have a very difficult question. You're like, oh my God.
Yeah.
The stress of not knowing this is going to make you forget or put you under more stress. And
About
that's going to
what you
make,
do know.
whatever
Yeah.
you do know.
Yeah.
So I skip it, forget about it, and apply what I actually know,
Yeah, that's smart.
Like that one
Yeah.
question that's going to be affecting me. Let the other exam, like in the rest of the exam, maybe I don't know one question at the beginning and the rest of the 29, because our exams are out of 30.
Yeah.
I know the rest of the 29. That psychologically is gonna affect me. Like, oh my God, how and why?
Yeah.
So leave it, and then if you end up solving it, do so.
Yeah.
And I do agree with reading the exam again.
Yeah.
Not just submitting it first time.
No.
Happens to me so many times.
Yeah, I used to think wrong about that, but
Yeah.
you should read it again for sure, no matter what.
I have a phobia of submitting my exam. Every time I'm about to press submit, I just go back and check I answered every question. I do it
Oh
like
my
6
God.
times. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
no,
I'm so scared like I miss a question.
That's good advice though,
Yeah.
like about skipping the question if you don't understand it, because some questions I feel like another question has the answer to one question.
100%.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Like the style of the question or how it's like written makes the case scenario of another question be answered by.
Yeah, exactly.
So just that question, if it shocks you so hard or like,
Skip
leave it. Like focus on what you know.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else what did I write down? Post-exam.
Post-exam.
I think you already said it though, you sleep. What do you do? Do you be like, oh, what did you say? And what was the
No,
answer? And
I-
go back and check every single lecture.
Yeah, no. I mean, if it's look, I think that's a good thing to do. You should definitely double check your answers afterwards to see, hey, what I messed up on, because then you won't mess up on it on the final, okay?
Yeah.
But I don't think I am smart enough for me to really go and be like, because like I said, I forget. I come out of the exam and I'm like, what just happened,
Yeah.
And no matter how much I studied, I'm like, what just happened? And there's no way I can remember questions like that, Maybe 1 or 2 significant ones, but other than that, no. I will sleep. I'll just sleep it off.
For me, Anna, I have this thing where I know if I did
Good or bad?
good or bad,
Okay, yeah.
So if I did bad, home immediately.
Yeah.
Not even, because I know I did so bad. I don't need to discuss. I'd see my grade and know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what happened in community. I came out of this exam. I was like, yeah, this is the one.
Time to go home.
This is the one. Time to go home. Let's go.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy the stress of exams?
Yeah,
Good answer.
I do.
Good answer.
I think I do. I hate the feeling of exams coming up.
Yeah.
But when you're in it, you're in it. And it's
Yeah.
nice. It's really
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I like it a lot.
I don't like to have nothing to do. So once exam season comes, it's like, okay, time to grind. I have this goal in mind.
Yeah.
Let's go get it.
Exactly,
And then
yeah.
you get out of the exam, you're like, oh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, at least you tried. But yeah, the stress is nice, Like, don't. How would you advise someone about the stress? Like, don't take it as a bad thing.
No,
as a good
use it
thing.
as a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, use it to power yourself through. Use it to be like, hey, I get to finally sit down and study through everything that I'm supposed to be knowing,
Yeah.
And it's nice. It's knowledge that you need as well. It's not like we said, you think you don't need it, but you do. Oh, we still have to make a video on that,
We do.
Yeah, I just realized.
We
yeah. Okay.
Finals are gonna come up in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And our case presentation is gonna be at the end of the semester as well.
Yeah.
How are your mentals and how are your preparation? You're in semester 9.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the psychological aspect of it being the second last semester. So once you do the finals for these, the last one
So,
is the last one,
yeah.
the last dance,
Yeah.
How are the mentals?
The mentals are.
It's probably gonna get a bit deep, sad.
Yeah, no, it is definitely, because it's just it's very stressful.
Yeah.
They expect us, like, look, we're students and we're doctors, we're going to become doctors, but we should know a good amount of information, but it's impossible for us to know every nitty gritty thing.
Yeah.
Also, at the end of the day, like, I think if you go to, like, unless someone has specialized, if you go to, like, any doctor now, they're going to be like, yeah, don't remember. I don't know how they expect us to answer questions, like, on the spot during CCD presentations. It's really stressful because you have to know everything about your case, from what can go right, what can go wrong, what should have happened, what didn't happen, what this, what that, and you have doctors from different specialties to just target you. It's I'm already stressed. From last year, it was bad because I was like, hey, I know everything about this. I went into the thing and they were asking me questions that made no sense in my head. They were asking me, like, what could have happened here? How am I supposed to know what could have happened? Like, I'm not a specialist.
What could have been?
Yeah, no, I don't know. The doctors are very inconsiderate of that, I think. I know they're trying to test us, but they shouldn't, like, deduct marks for that, If it's for learning, then yeah, we should learn, but it shouldn't count for this much, I don't think. What about you?
I think for me, what's making the preparations for final a bit more difficult is the psychological aspect. Like I told you, that next semester is the last dance.
Yeah.
And after the next semester, it's done, life starts. And
yeah.
With all due respect to everyone that thinks that it's gonna be fun and whatever, and like after we graduate it's gonna be easy and the way is gonna be like straight and everything is gonna be like sunshine and rainbows, it's not. It's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah.
It's a lot of decision making, and it just keeps me stressed. Like you used to be like, oh, in third year I graduate in 2 years, but now we're in the spot. And I actually spoke to someone that has recently graduated, not Musa, a close friend of mine. She told me that to keep it in the back of my head, that once you graduate, it's not what you think it is. It's not this, oh my God, I'm gonna work in Dubai, or I'm gonna, the pay is not good, and the jobs are not good either. And unless you actually like go abroad, specialize, and like seek being better and being special, it's gonna be easier for you. I'm not saying it's gonna be as difficult as being like going for the normal pathway, but she told me to keep in mind, right, perseverance, hard work. This is what's gonna get you places, So I feel like this is advice that you guys also should keep it in mind. And on to the last dance,
On to the last dance. It's scary, man. It's actually
It's
really
terrifying.
scary.
Yeah.
I don't like, from where we started to where we are now, it's scary enough, but what's ahead is just terrifying, because you never know this is a pretty serious episode, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
we didn't plan this.
Didn't plan this.
Yeah, no, we say this every time, but it wasn't planned. But
Actually,
it's a pretty depressing, serious episode.
Yeah.
Fair.
Let's lighten up a mood by a little bit.
Hopefully.
What was your highest grade and what was your lowest grade?
Okay. I have such a funny story.
Go ahead.
Highest grade, surprisingly, oral medicine.
Nice.
Oral medicine was my highest grade. Do we have to
Nice.
say what it is? No, let's skip on.
If you don't want to know, I don't
No,
want
no. Let's
Okay.
keep it. But the highest grade was oral medicine.
Okay.
Lowest grade was perio. Perio was my lowest, worst, dirtiest, gross grade. It was
The
bad.
perio exam was very, very, very challenging.
It was, but it seemed so simple at the time.
Yeah, no, for me, I have an issue with perio. I don't know why. Like, I pray every single semester to get an A in perio. I just never end up getting it for some reason.
It's hard. It's so hard. It was bad.
But actually, fun fact, I was the one who got the highest grade this semester. Yeah, because like I'm fighting perio demons. I'm like, this semester it's gonna happen. I'm gonna finally do it.
Yeah.
But perio is
Inshallah.
difficult, and my was supposed to be my highest grade was like oral medicine.
Yeah.
But then the pediatrics came, and I turned out to be a professional.
Was it pediatrics? You
Full
were in
mark.
GB?
Nope,
No GB.
full mark.
Full.
Professional.
Oh yeah, you got full. Good job, man.
Yeah. The exam was GP exam. Yeah, and all
Good
honesty,
job.
No. If you actually, pro tip, 4th years right now, GMU only. Dr. Ahmed, attend his lectures. Yeah, you have to. They're actually like whatever he says sticks in your brain. I think he's living here rent free. You know, I'll be walking the street, just remember something he says. Yeah, it's a good thing. So yeah, attending his lectures is really important. Bless him. Yeah, we learned a lot from him actually.
He takes a long time explaining, but his explanation.
Yeah, his personality and he like it lives inside you. You know.
Yeah.
It's good.
Whatever actions we do, though, those are of him. By the way.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Everything we do.
Like it resonates in you.
It
resonates. Like his character and personality actually like puts it in you. Lowest grade, Dr. Ahmed as well. He did it to me. You know.
Community. He gave you the highest, but gave you the lowest as well.
I don't know how I ended up like that. Yeah, from all the courses, community. I came out with the exam. Let's go home. There's no need to discuss.
Community was the last one. There you go. So that's what he did. He's like, this is what you can get.
Best for last.
And this is what you are now, GP.
Best for, yeah, exactly.
The community is this, GP.
Yeah, you the community. You want to treat the community, GP.
He's like, you think you're professional with the pediatrics case? And he's like,
on
GP,
the side,
community. There you go.
Yep. I think that was a good way to lighten up the mood of this episode.
It's
after
funny.
like,
I mean, talking about him always lightens up the mood.
Yeah. Bless him. Yeah. I think it was like a little bit of a deep episode, but things have to be said, and all of you guys will eventually face it. So like, take it from us, grab the basic from us.
Definitely.
And that's it for this episode. Anything else you want to add?
Yeah, just how about some final advice, some talk about exams, because that was today's episode. Yeah.
Anything in particular, like a way of reading questions, or
particularly? No, nothing like that. I think it's just on a more chill note, because we were serious throughout the entire episode.
Yeah. Okay.
On a more chill note, go out, man. Don't just keep yourself cooped up at home during exams. Like, go, like, obviously spend most of your time studying. Take some time out to go and relax. Go to the beach.
That's a good idea. Pre-exam preparations. Like, Musa said, like, he goes on a drive.
Exactly.
What do you do?
What during exams?
Before the exam.
Right before the exam?
Yeah, like let's say an hour before the exam. What are you doing?
I'm reviewing, but 2 hours before the exam, I'm sleeping. Like, I need to take a power nap, you know? Like, after I study all night, bro, just sleep, power nap for 30 seconds so you're wide awake, and then just go give the exam.
Are you the type of person that comes to the exam hall like 2 hours before?
No.
I come like, I literally wake up, stay for example, the exam is at 10, right?
Yeah.
Wake up at 8, stay at home, play some music, shower, coffee, essential. And then maybe like before the exam by 10 minutes, I end up going to uni. I don't like to revise in uni.
No, it's terrible.
Going to uni is stressful. Just put one shot. One shot. Into the exam center.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Straight. No talking to anyone, just walk in. And that's why I show up a little late.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Nice, it's fun.
I don't like to, like, imagine someone is reviewing me like, oh, what is this? And you're like, what?
You know what's crazy though? Sometimes when I'm walking through and I hear some side talks about right before the exam, those questions end up coming. Like the last time, one of our batchmates, they were talking about 73%.
Yeah.
What was that? I don't even know what that was, but it came on the exam.
37, yeah.
And I wasn't even part of the conversation. I just heard it. 73 something and 72 something else.
Yeah.
And I heard it and then it came and I was like,
you know, this actually, but I'm the opposite. It gets me stressed. I'll be like, oh, wait, I don't know this. Oh my God, I'm gonna fumble now. And then they start revising things. I'm like, I've never heard this before. Oh my God, what, am I gonna fail?
See, that's the difference of like someone smart who's like stressing about thing, and I'm just there like, yo.
Oh, nice pro tip. Let's go.
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah. It's a different ways of like approaching things.
Of course,
Informations. Everyone has his own style, you know.
It's good. Just relax though. You'll get through it, man.
You get through it.
Yeah.
Just like we did.
Yeah. Inshallah.
Hair is going white.
Yeah.
Beard is missing because I'm scratching so much. We should make a reel of how I actually act like in the exam. I be forgetting a question, you know, because like the way I recall a question is by me closing my eyes and imagining like a deja vu, imagining myself reading the PowerPoint. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like imagine this is the iPad, yeah?
Yeah.
So this is me reading it, and then when I close my eyes, I imagine myself seeing myself reading it.
Nice.
I remember the slide was here and something
so
was
I'm you right now.
Yeah, exactly. That's me, right? Wallahi. And then you see me scratching my beard, my face is red.
Yeah.
Dr. Anne the other day, she was in the exam, she's like, you know it, relax, you know it. I was like, yes, I do, but I can't remember
it. So funny, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's a good way to end the episode.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's nice.
It should be chill. Keep it chill. You don't need to go to the sad part or the dark side.
Yeah.
Stay positive, you know. Thank you so much for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for joining me and Dr. Shahir on this episode again. And
Thank you.
see you next week for another episode of BS Talks. Take care. Bye bye.